Next up, we have Akbar Ahmed.
Okay.
Akbar will be telling you about directory structures.
Hi, my name is Akbar. I'm the founder of Exponential, and we develop an application that automatically converts from spreadsheets into apps. And we specifically do that for enterprises and large businesses, which is the focus of this, is talk about how to build large-scale applications in Meteor. So, first and foremost, what is a large application? There's several things that can create a large app. That is like KLOC, team size, as well as complexity. And solving this problem in Meteor is pretty much the same as you would do in JavaScript or any language, and that is start to make your application modular. And in Meteor, what you want to do also is start taking your modules and subdivide them even further into components. And so I have some examples of visual components that are very common. So you may have a users module, and you have an add form, edit form, details view, list view, and so on. And what this is going to look like, you want to look at your application from two perspectives. You have an application directory structure and a module directory structure. At the application layer, do ignore the examples. Like a lot of the examples for Meteor have is client, is server. Don't do that. Just split up your directory straight away. It makes it very clear what code runs on the server, what runs on the client. Also, there's a lot of questions and confusion around security in Meteor, and that typically comes from people putting all their code into one file and just using an if condition. So split it apart. You notice the bulk of your code is going to run on the client, so things there like you have client collections. That's for if you need any client unsynced collections. Your compatibility conf and basically everything that's going to get zipped up into the client, put it up under the client directory because it makes it very clear and explicit where it goes. For your both, you can leave those out as their own, like for example, collections, libs, packages, public and private. And I know private gets loaded in the server, but currently I keep it out on its own. So then, what does this look like when you get down to a module? And what's important is, as you start creating a larger application, you want to, you may have, for example, a users module, an ACL module, projects module. You start breaking your app up. So a good way of looking at it is to actually really start to break your files up a lot. Because the way JavaScript works is it concatenates everything in memory once it runs and once it loads. So an example, like your collections. Don't create one collections file. Create a collections and then named after the module. Same thing with your router. Create one route file per module and name it. This provides two benefits. One is it starts to make your code portable. So if you want to move out of the application structure into a package, you can do so very easily. And that's going to bring up one of the interesting questions, which is where do you put your modules in the application structure versus a package? The application structure has some advantages. It loads in any order. It's kind of agnostic. But the advantage of using a package is with Meteor now you have implicit exports and imports of symbols. So you can actually follow a traditional JavaScript module pattern by exporting an object from your package and then exposing only the variables and methods that you want to make public. There's some other resources. There's different people with different thoughts about how to structure your packages or how to structure your directory structure as well as your application. In my opinion, I think it's really important for us as a community to start to find some of these patterns. So whether there's 1, 2, or 3 of them over time that start to win out, it'll be good. And that's it. Thank you. Oh, and we're hiring, so if you're looking for a job, let me know. Thank you.
Questions? All right. Thank you.
Cool.